guys, this is my 2003 Yamaha Raptor 660. Right now it's in its rebuild stage. I purchased it from Facebook Marketplace. Oh god, it was terrible. Let's see, what happened is this clutch cover right here where the clutch release mechanism is, in the inside of the case, a piece of the case actually broke off while the person was riding it, and they didn't know. They just kept riding it, and what happened is that piece went through all the gears on the clutch side of the motor. The clutch housing gear, it broke a couple teeth off of it. Some other gears that were in there had broken teeth. So basically I had to pull the motor and rebuild that portion of the motor. Since I had the motor out, I just went on and changed all of the seals. I actually put adhesive between the cases and put that back together, and now it's back in the bike and it's running good. Now I'm having an issue where when I press on the throttle, I can start it up, press on the throttle, as soon as I touch it, it's backfiring, sputtering, and it's really bad. It sounds horrible. So automatically I'm like, okay, it's the carburetor. The carburetor needs to be clean because I haven't touched the carburetor. Okay, now this carburetor in here I thought was the OEM carburetor. It's not, it's a knockoff, but I went ahead and took it out and cleaned it anyway. Now when I took it apart, I noticed that a lot of the jets were scratched. You can tell they scratched them with a screwdriver. A lot of the internal parts in the carburetor was dented up. Some springs were missing, stuff like that. But you know, I'm ready to ride, so I cleaned it up as best as I could, and then I put it back in the quad. Now as soon as I hook everything back up, I touch the throttle, it's purring like a kitten. I mean, as soon as I hit it, it's, you know, it sounds perfect. But right when I get to the medium of the throttle, it starts to backfire and pop again. It's backfiring and popping again. I said, okay. So I took it out, I cleaned it again, put it back in. Then it got dark, so I let it sit for a couple of days. And you know, let's say day 3, I go back out to start trying to work on it again and crank it up, and lo and behold, I touch the throttle and it pops right when I touch the throttle again, like it was the very first time. So I was like, okay, I gotta get rid of this carburetor and get a new one. So I searched for a carburetor. I found one on Amazon, which was a knockoff, because the OEM used ones cost $300 to $500, and that's just ridiculous. I'm not paying that much for a used carburetor. Okay, so the one on Amazon, it's not this one. The one on Amazon had good reviews. A lot of people said you can just put it in and it'll just start right up and run. But a lot of the other reviews said that you should get a jet kit for it. It'll make it run better, things like that. So I purchased my Dynojet kit, and this here is the new carburetor. Okay, so on this right side, I've already replaced the jet needle, the big spring, the small spring, the washer, and the E clamp. Now I'm going to show you what I did on this side, on the left side. Before we start though, I do want to tell you guys that if you buy one of these cheap carburetors, make sure that you clean the carburetor out. Like, take everything off and clean it out. Blow it out with air, spray it out with carburetor cleaner, whatever you're gonna do. Because while I was changing out the parts, I was looking around and I can see like metal fragments all in here, you know, in here. It's just little pieces of shavings of metal. I'm guessing when they machined this, that they didn't clean it out, they just put it together. So you need to make sure that you clean it out, because what'll happen, you will put this together, put it in your quad, and as soon as you start riding it, you probably ride it for a good 30 minutes, maybe an hour, it'll start bogging down, because a piece of metal shaving has went in the jet and clogged it, you know, and it's going to be hard to find out which jet it is. You're going to have to take out all the jets and all that stuff. And to stop from having to do that, clean this thoroughly, and I think that you won't have too many problems with it after you jet it. Okay, so this right here is the jet kit here. In here you're going to get 2 needle jets, 2 springs, 2 E-clamps or E-clips, 2 washers, and then over here all of the different types of main jets. Okay, those are the springs, you get those 2. All you get is the main jets. You don't get any other jet other than the main jet. Okay, so basically what you have to do is, okay, so right here it tells you how to build the needle. Okay, what it says is you're supposed to put the E-clamp on the number 4 position on the needle. Okay, it is 6 grooves in this needle. So the one at the top is 1, and then 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So you count down to 4 and you put this E-clamp on the 4th position coming down. Okay, see, that's coming down. So 4th position coming down. Once you get the E-clamp there, you have to, let's see, you're going to put the stock washer last, and then you're going to put this plastic washer before it, then the E-clamp, then the washer that came in the kit. Okay, so this is how it's going to go on the needle. This is the washer that came, you know, in my old carburetor. This little plastic washer came in the old carburetor, and then it's the E-clamp. You can kind of see it up under this top silver washer, the E-clamp, and then on top of the E-clamp is the smaller washer that comes in the jet kit. That's how you want to put it together. Now once you have it together like this, you're gonna place it right in the middle of that hole right there. So make sure when you drop this in here that this brass washer doesn't fall off. Okay, so let's do that first. All right, so we got the needle through and all of the washers and everything are on it. Now I'm just gonna sit this like this, let it poke up a little bit, and I'm gonna get this spring here. Take the spring, and this spring is gonna go right on top of this right here. Just like that. Now you're gonna grab this, pick it up, let it fall down in there. You see that? Now that spring is sitting right in the middle. Now I'm gonna lean this here, and this portion goes in right after the spring. You see this little plus sign right here? That spring has to go around that, okay? So all you're gonna do is take this and put this down in the middle of that hole in there and push down until it snaps. Okay, let's do that. All right, so I got it down in there. Now you got to press down on it until you hear it snap. All right, so that's seated. Okay, now what I like to do is press on the needle just to make sure that the spring is actually working, and it is. Okay, now once you get that set up, you're going to put it back into the housing. It only goes in one way, okay? It has a shape on it. See that shape? It only goes in one way. You're gonna put it in. Try your best to line the needle up with the jet hole down there. There you go. So it's down in there. And then you're going to put this big spring that came with the kit in. And then you're going to put the cap on. This spring goes over this part right here. And then you just push it down and you put the 2 Phillip head screws in. Okay. I'm not going to do that right now because I'm going to clean my carburetor out. I haven't cleaned it out yet. So I'm going to take everything loose and clean it out. And then we'll go to the jet portion, main jet portion. All right, guys. So this is the jet portion of the video where I installed the new Dynojets. Remember, in the Dynojet kit, you're only going to get the main jets, which is this jet and this jet right here. Okay, when you're installing the jets, make sure that you have the carburetor turned the exact way that I have it turned. It needs to be this way because this is the actual left side of the carburetor. Okay, this is the left side, so it has to be turned this way. Okay, all right, so basically how this works is these are all of the jets, main jets that you're going to get in the kit. It's 8 of them, okay? And they go in these main jet areas in specific ways, okay? I went through and I wrote down how it's supposed to go. So basically, if you have a stock exhaust below 3,000 feet, the left side main jet is going to get the DJ 42 carb, and the right side is going to get the DJ 144 carb. Okay, now as you can see, these bags have numbers on it. See, it says DJ 142, DJ 144. All right, now if your elevation is 3,000 to 6,000 feet, the left side is going to be DJ 140 carb. On the right side is going to be DJ 142 carb. If you are above 6,000 feet, the left side is going to be DJ 138 carb. The right side is going to be DJ 140 carb. Now let's move down. Okay. Now, if you have an aftermarket slip-on exhaust with a high flow baffle, let's see, if it's below 3,000 feet, the left side's going to be DJ 144 carb. The right side is going to be DJ 146 carb. If you are between 3,000 to 6,000 feet, the left side is going to be DJ 142 carb. The right side is going to be DJ 144 carb. If you are above 6,000 feet, the left side is going to be DJ 140 carb. The right side is going to be DJ 142 carb. Okay, like I said, all of these have different numbers on it. DJ 146, DJ 148, DJ 140, You see DJ 150, things like that. All right, so on the back side, this right here is a full aftermarket exhaust with a high flow baffle, okay? Below 3,000 feet, left side is DJ 146 carb, right side is DJ 148 carb. If you're between 3,000 to 6,000 feet, the left side is DJ 144 carb, the right side is DJ 146 carb. And if you are above 6,000 feet, the left side is DJ 142 carb, the right side is DJ 144 carb. Okay, now with me, okay, so the 3,000 feet and 6,000 feet part of this video, that is talking about the elevation. Okay, me, I am in North Carolina. Okay, I looked it up online. The elevation is 787 feet. Okay, so that means that I would be below 3,000 feet. Okay, now that's talking about the elevation. Now I have an aftermarket exhaust, but it's a full aftermarket exhaust with a high flow baffle. Okay, so since I am below 3,000 feet, this would be my carb setup. Okay, see that? Left side 146, right side 148. I have already changed out my jets to the right ones. Let's see, it would have been these two right here, one DJ 146 and DJ 148. These are the Chinese carbs that I took out. So I got everything in, and then I'm going to put everything together and see how it works. I'll let you guys hear it once I put everything together.